Here is a guitar lesson for how to play the song I'm Sorry by Flyleaf. We're actually going to start with the chorus because the chorus and the verse follow a similar shape and pattern, but they're just played slightly different. So the chorus is going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3. Close my eyes, myself. I only wanted you to see. No matter what, you're gonna break my shell. No matter what, you're gonna break my shell. Okay, so we're just playing on the 2nd fret, just a simple power chord, 1 finger on that 2nd fret, and then we're gonna jump up to this 5th fret. I like to use my ring finger there. And we're kind of going back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then we're doing an octave here. So what that is, it's kind of like a power chord on that 2nd fret, but you just leave out that ring finger. So it's just your pointer finger and your pinky, and you just mute all the other strings. So, and we're just gonna strum that once and slide up, and then back down. So I'm only strumming twice, but we're playing 3 notes. 1, 2, 3, and just strum, strum. There we go. So one more time. It's in a 4 count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Just like that. But again, we're kind of playing in groups of 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Just like that. Okay? So it does that twice. And then technically, you're just gonna hit the open D, just those open strings, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So all you're doing is just that open D, and then you're gonna go to the 3rd fret, just like that. Now technically they have 2 guitars, so while one guitar is playing that part, the other guitar is doing this little lead part, this. And, you know, it's 2 separate parts, but if you wanted to, you could put them together. So while you're playing the open strings, just put your middle finger on the 4th fret of that G right there. And we're just gonna go back and forth from the 4th fret to the 5th fret, just 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and you just hit it while you're strumming. And then you add your pointer finger, and you do one more. 1, 2, 3, just like that. So. And then you just repeat all that. No matter what, you're gonna build my shell. And then you end with 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 3, you hit that note, and then just hit the chord by itself. Bum, bum, just like that. Okay, so that's the chorus, you know, it just repeats whenever it does that. Now the verse is very similar, but here's where things get a little complicated. So the verse kind of sounds like this. Okay, so if you want to play it exactly like the album, the guitars take a lot of breaks. So the guitars play that first riff, and then they kind of just mute the strings, and if you listen, they're kind of just making noise, like. And then it'll kick back in. Now the reason the guitars are doing that is because the bass is playing it. The bass continues to play that little riff, that. Okay, so if you want to play it like they do, I guess it's kind of simple. Really all you do is just. And the timing's a little weird. You might have to listen to the song to get that right. But if you want it to be a little more satisfying, like if you're just going to play the guitar part by yourself, then what I would suggest, a way you can modify it, just play that first riff. And then just go into palm mute. So you can play the single notes and kind of mimic the bass a little bit. So you can sort of play the guitar when you've got the guitar playing, and then switch to sort of a bass part when the guitar's taking a break. Now, all we're doing is those same chords, but it's kind of a just 1, 2, up, up, a couple up hits there, 1, 2, up, up. And then we're just playing those octaves just back and forth, and then 1, 2, just like that. Up, up. That's all it is. And then you could just do the same thing with palm mutes. And then it kind of repeats that, and what's a little tricky, I don't have the song on me, but eventually it's going to open up to just that low D, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. It goes from the open to the 3rd fret, and it'll kind of build up, and then back into it. I think it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it'll go back. But again, sometimes the timing changes there. So sorry I'm not specific enough, but those are the notes, and if you listen to the song, you can kind of work out the exact timing. Now, if you want to have some fun, they do kind of some cool stuff on the harmonics. Again, if you do a harmonic on the 5th fret, on the 4th string down, right there, and then on the 7th fret, those two notes are right next to each other, but they play them at the same time. So on its own, it might sound kind of bizarre, but when you play it with the track, it kind of creates this cool like tension, this kind of suspense, and then it kicks back in. So they'll usually, when they build up on that open D, while they're doing that, they'll kind of play those harmonics there. So it'll go through that, and then the second verse, pretty much the same thing. And then it'll go, I'm only 10 years old. Close my eyes and brace myself. I only noticed your face. So you just let it ring out. Same chords, you just let it ring out. 3rd fret. And you can make some noise. And then kick right back into it. All right, so when we get to the bridge is very, again, the whole song's very bass driven, so the bass is kind of driving it. And to be honest, you could just switch to a clean tone, and let me see if I can, I don't really have like a clean tone here. I'm trying to see if I can, all right, so got rid of some of the distortion, made it a little cleaner. But you could kind of just put on some delay and just kind of do like a 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, or sorry, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Like the guitar part's pretty simple, you know, it's kind of just hitting sort of notes around those chords. But again, if you wanted to modify it, make it something a little more satisfying to play on its own, just play that 2nd fret and just kind of pick back and forth. And then the 5th fret. Here. The story unspoken. And then we're going to go 2, 5, 4. I love you, and 5, 5, 7. I understand. 5, 7, 7. Myself, and then just a power chord on that 3rd, so 3, 5, 5, and then you can turn the distortion back on. 1, 2, 3. Close my eyes, embrace myself. I only noticed your face. No matter what, you're gonna build my shell. No matter what, you're gonna break my shell. I'm done healing. I'm done healing. So the ending, you just go back to that verse riff, ba-na, up, back and forth, ba-na, and you're just playing that 5th fret. You can get those 3 notes, just harmonics on there, so just lightly touch it. And it's just 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And it just ends like that. And that's all there is to it.